guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Guns and Guitars live unboxing editions. And I just want a real quick roll call. If you are my notification squad and you are in the chat, let me know. I want to see you. And the chat's always a little bit delayed for me when I'm watching, so as soon as I see your names come through, I will give you a shout out. Today, we are unboxing a super cheap LP style, so Les Paul copy guitar that comes from the factory with a flame maple top, FLOYD ROSE, and some humbucker pickups that are coil split as well. So totally sounds like a guitar that I personally would build myself, and so I'm very excited to see what's inside. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'm gonna let you know real quick that this is from Guitar Fetish, and in the past I've tried to work with Guitar Fetish and they've been really stubborn about wanting to send gear to influencers to test and review. And so I actually went ahead and bought some stuff out of pocket just because I wanted to see if it was any good. And full disclosure, only one thing that I got from them I actually really liked, and that was the speed loading tremolo, speed loading FLOYD ROSE style tremolo that they sell. And I really liked that because I don't really care for FLOYD ROSE tremolos. I mostly don't care for them because of how hard it is to change the strings on them. I hate like having to cut and like tie knots and stuff to make that happen. So the speed loader was awesome that you could just speed load them through, kind of like a Stratocaster, a Strat style tremolo, and it worked out really well. So, but everything else I've gotten from Guitar Fetish has not been all that great. But they recently reached out to me and they decided that they did in fact want to work with me. So we're talking through some sponsored videos. I tried really hard to get them to give away $1,000 worth of gear to you guys, but I don't know if they're going to go for it. This live stream is not sponsored, by the way. This is a real unboxing and first impressions. I haven't seen inside here at all, so I don't know what to expect. Other than, hopefully it's the guitar they told me they were going to send. So, hey Tim, good to see you, man. DJ, good to see you. All right, I'm seeing a bunch of, all right, Spike the Frugal Fixer. How's it going, man? Let's go, Darwin. Yeah, I'm starting to see the chat come through. So, if I see your name, I'll give you a shout out. This, hopefully, is the Xavier Guitars PRO555. And they told me they were going to ship it in, good grief, it's stuck. They're going to ship it in a blemished hard case to protect it. What up, Jeff? What up, Zach? All right, there we go. So this is supposedly a blemished case because they know me and they know that I'm a budget-friendly channel. So why send a full-price one when you can send one that's discounted because it has some kind of blemish on it? Let's see if we can find the blemish. So far, I don't see a blemish. Okay. Maybe the blemish is inside somewhere. All right, focus. Okay, sorry, Michael. All right, let's go ahead and open this sucker up and see what is inside. Well, I got good news for you guys. It is, in fact, the guitar that I asked for. Now, I did wait the obligatory 2 to 3 days. I think it was actually 3 or 4 days before taking this out of the box. That way it has time to adjust to our climate. And that's especially important because I'm in Arizona where it's extremely dry. So definitely want it to adjust slower than faster. Slower than faster. Look at this. This is really pretty. Sorry, you guys look at it. Look at that. So, real quick, let's go over some specs while I open up my little goodie bag. I got to put my switch knob on and my tremolo arm. And so this is obviously an LP style guitar with a FLOYD ROSE style double locking tremolo, locking nut piece right there. And it is a solid mahogany body. and it appears to be a set neck. They did a really good job with this joint right here, but you can barely see that it is a set neck. It's not a neck through. Check out that little sucker right there, made in China, so you know the country of origin. So this thing has, like I said, it's solid mahogany, but it has a 1-inch thick maple cap on it. And so those of you who are tone wood junkies, that should make you pretty happy. The flame maple is not 1-inch thick though. The flame maple is definitely a veneer, but there should be, and again, I mean, the way they finish the back and sides of this, you can't tell that it is part mahogany and part maple, but that's what they say it is. So I'll probably actually have to pull out the pickups and look inside to see if I can see where the line is between the mahogany and the maple. Of course, it comes with all the obligatory things that you need. And let's go ahead and put this switch on here. All right. It is definitely not in tune. Here, let's adjust this a little bit so you can see better. There we go. All right. Let me grab a tuner real quick. See what we can do about this. Sorry for the quick intermission. I actually didn't expect to demo it for you. But since it's already strung up and ready to go, why not, right? Let's see how close we are. Not too bad. I think I could probably do this without even adjusting the nut. So while I'm tuning this up, I'll tell you some more specs. This has the GFS Crunchy Pat humbucker in it. It is their quick plug harness system. And so that means that you can swap out the pickup super easy without soldering, which is kind of a cool feature. They are also coil splittable, so I imagine these are, yep, that's 1, 2. Yep, so that's probably bridge and neck coil splits, pretty sweet. Wow, I keep wanting to grab the tuning pegs. You guys probably want to know the price, since I said it was a cheap Les Paul. And the price is, I think, $309 for this. So really, not bad at all. I wish that A would get in tune. Okay, D's right on, good. You know, I'm impressed. After sitting in a box a few days acclimating in Arizona, the tuning really is not that bad. I'm not sure why they sent it tuned up. I usually detune the strings at least a little bit. I'll leave a little tension on the strings. This is the most boring live stream you've ever seen. It's how long does it take Dan to tune a Floyd Rose guitar? I have no idea what strings are on these things. Let's see, what else is there about this guitar I can talk about? 22 medium jumbo nickel silver frets. Feels like a set of 9s on here. Let's go ahead and plug her into my good old Donner test amp. This is not going to be a good sound demo, and that's kind of done on purpose because I really want to have some time to learn this guitar before I do an official sound demo. So just expect this to not be very good. All right. So this is the neck coil split, this is the bridge coil split. You're already out of tune. Cool. Well, so far, it's definitely met my expectations. I think the setup probably needs a little bit of work, but it's really not that bad. If you have a look at it, it's pretty decent, and I don't hear any buzzing. Yeah, not too much fret buzz in there. Man, the frets are finished really well. I'll give you a close up on those so you can see the fret ends are rounded really nice and they are polished really well. So the pitch bends and stuff are really smooth. And yes, I saw somebody comment cheapo amp. Yes, it's a very cheapo amp. That's done on purpose, okay? These live unboxings are not meant to be official sound demos. So I will do a much higher quality sound demo for you. So looking at the reflection of the finish, you can see that it's a really nice gloss on there. I mean, I don't see any like orange peel or anything like that on there. It seems very high quality as far as the finish goes. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you have any questions about this guitar? Let's see what else about it. So 12-inch radius on the neck. That's pretty cool. Jeff Maslin says, hi, Mrs. Guns. Mrs. Guns is not here. Mrs. Guns took my daughter to dance class tonight. So I am the only one moderating comments right now. But I will pass it along, Jeff. Sealed die cast 14:1 ratio tuners. Didn't get a chance to try them because it was kind of already tuned up and my nut is locked down. So, oh, hey, my wife is on as rockin' and rollin'. That's funny. Okay. Tim says easily on par with my old EC256 and for about 40% less. Yeah, I would agree. I think this is a really good value. Yeah, I see, babe, you're watching, but you're signed in as Rockin' and Rollin', not Mrs. Guns. So, anyway, those of you who know about our other channel, you would know, if you saw Rockin' and Rollin', that you'd know that's my wife. So, how is the FLOYD ROSE? Good question. Let's turn this back on. I don't know if that's a result of the strings needing to be stretched more, but obviously it's a little more out of tune now. Yeah, I think it's a result of the strings stretching. It does not appear to be the speed loading FLOYD ROSE like I'd hoped it would be. I think it's one of their other standard FLOYD ROSE styles. How's the quality of the FLOYD look? Decent finish, smooth operation. Definitely operates very smooth. The finish looks great to me. It's tough to tell. I can't see, obviously, because it's still got the cover plate on it, what the trim block looks like underneath. But it appears pretty high quality, I would say. Yeah, it's holding tune a little bit better now that the strings are stretching out a little bit. All right, Tim says, is it heavy? Heavier than my GGBO entry? If you guys haven't seen it, check out Tim Stevens' GGBO entry. It's super cool. I actually, true story, I met him when we were in Oklahoma, and I went to his church where he was playing guitar, and I saw that guitar, and I thought it was wicked cool, so I actually took a picture of it and pinned it to my Pinterest board, not knowing that it was actually a GGBO entry. And then we eventually found each other a couple weeks later and started chatting guitar building and stuff. So it's a really cool guitar. Had I known about it, I would have said it's one of the GGBO entries that you needed to check out in my live stream. So weight-wise, it's actually a lot lighter weight than I would expect for a mahogany, for a solid mahogany body. In fact, Frugal Fixer at Dan, will you be taking out the pickups to inspect later? Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be getting this in my full review. Absolutely. Herb says, how's it going, Dan? It's going pretty good. I just got a new guitar. New guitar day is always a good day, right? not really used to these gauge of strings. I'm also not a very good guitar player, so that's just becoming more and more evident the longer we stay here. I know, Tim, you weren't fishing for a mention, but I did want to mention it because it's super cool, and I don't think I've mentioned it on my channel yet. So yeah, weight-wise, it's actually pretty light for a mahogany guitar with a maple cap. Oh, and the fretboard is actually black walnut. It's not rosewood. It looks like rosewood. It actually doesn't look like rosewood. It looks like black walnut when you look closely at it, which is really cool. That's kind of a cool feature. Yeah, this thing's gonna be really cool. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it, I think. All right, any other questions about the guitar before I sign off? It's been 20 minutes, so I think that's a good length. I like the inlays too. Yeah, the inlays are cool. They're kind of like a sort of like a Celtic cross a little bit. So far, it looks like alternative to Les Paul. Oops, just lost. Come on, come back here. Where'd it go? So far, it looks like a good alternative to Les Paul Axis, since they're expensive and rare. Nice silver burst as well. Yeah, I would agree. Back carve. There is no back carve. It's a slab body. Well, carve top, obviously. All right. Have you tried solo music gear kits? They do fret work for you. Yeah, I mean, technically all these guitar kit companies do fret work for you. It's just never good fret work. So that's the only issue there. So run through the switch positions above the 12th, please. Okay, sure. So do you want it clean? Let's do clean. So here we are on the neck. You probably want chords, maybe. Split. Let's split the neck one too. That sounds creamy, doesn't it? Yeah, pretty cool. So another thing to mention, and this is something they mentioned on their website, when you coil split them, in the middle position, they are still hum canceling, which is pretty cool. So that's a feature about their, you're welcome, DJ. So that's a feature about their quick plug pickups, is that when you coil tap them, they are still hum canceling. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's say one more question. I'm definitely looking at getting one. I've been wanting an LP with FLOYD ROSE for a while now. Yeah, you should definitely look into it. Probably in the next maybe give me a month or so to really put this thing through the ringer, make sure that it's good quality. I'm a little concerned actually with how light it is. It's just not what I'm used to with a solid mahogany Les Paul. I expect it to be a lot heavier. So we'll see how it holds up, how it stands to the test of time. Of course, we're going to put a decent set of strings on it. Ah, there's Mrs. Guns. Is it a good guitar for worship? Someone asked. Oh, well, I don't see why not. I mean, it's really versatile, and I think that's really probably the most important thing for worship music is there's such a broad spectrum of guitar tone involved in worship music. And so far, this seems really, really versatile. Obviously, with the FLOYD ROSE and humbuckers, it's definitely geared more towards the heavy metal. But once I coil split it, you guys heard that it was really creamy sounding. So I would say it's good. The only issue would be the tuning stability with the FLOYD, but you know, as I've demonstrated, really gently using the Floyd, it has really great tuning stability. And slamming on the Floyd, actually, now that the strings are breaking in, it's holding tuning pretty good, isn't it? So that's something we're gonna have to talk about in my full review. Somebody had a question about string action. How's the string action with the Floyd Rose? Cheers from the Philippines. Yeah, SJ. I mentioned earlier the string action is actually pretty good. I would probably like it a little bit lower on the unwound strings. The wound strings are actually lower than the unwound strings. But I'm not going to bother doing too much setup stuff until I put on a really good set of strings that I trust. And in fact, here's a quick secret for you guys. I'm actually working on developing my own brand of guitar strings using the help of my buddy Isaac over at Guitar Authority. And we're coming up with a balanced set that are, you guys know that I love D'Addario light top heavy bottoms, 1052s. So I'm developing, and I'm pretty sure I've got it dialed in. So it's just a matter of getting the artwork done and getting it mass produced. But it's a balanced set of 950s. So you get the nines, so you can do the meedly wheeze, and then 50s down on the low end, so that you can really chug really good. But most importantly, what I love the 1052s. I think they're perfect. But if I haven't been practicing, when I get on them and I play for like a half hour or whatever, they really start to hurt my fingers, and I know it's my fault because I need to be practicing more. So having 950s kind of helps balance that out a little bit for players like me. We don't get to play as often as we'd like to, and then maybe all of a sudden I'll be asked to play at church, and so then I need to spend a couple of hours practicing out of the blue when I haven't been practicing, and it's kind of necessary to have a lighter gauge string at that point. So that's what I've been working on, and it's a really good balanced set, and so hopefully I can get that dialed in and get those for sale. But I'm definitely gonna put a set of those on here to see how it handles a Floyd. And when I do that, I'll definitely be checking out the internals and stuff and inspecting it really good once I have the strings off this thing. But so far, it's exceeded my expectations. Now, I mentioned that Guitar Fetish is going to be working with me on some sponsored content. I was trying to get them to do a giveaway. They went for it in the beginning, and they kind of turned a 180. So I think this full review will end up being a sponsored review. And what that means for you guys is that basically, if this guitar turns out to suck, I'm just not going to do the video. So if you never hear anything else about this guitar again, I just won't do a video. But that's the reason why I wanted to do a live unboxing and a first impressions that's not sponsored, just so that we could actually look at it as it comes out of the box and see if this is going to be something good or not. So if you do see a video from this, maybe down the road or whatever, just know it's going to be a sponsored video. But I only do videos about products that I truly believe in. So if it turns out to be sucky, I'm just not going to do the video. So there you go. All right, it was super fun hanging out with you guys. Thanks for joining the live stream, and I will see you guys later. I'm Dan, this is Guns and Guitars. I'll see you in that next video.